Hey, it's Matt from MatthewGawronski.com. Thank you so much for watching. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 tips to help make online teaching easier. Is that even possible? Well, stick around and I hope these tips will help you out. For those of you who don't know who I am, again, my name is Matthew Gawronski. I'm a music teacher from Long Island, New York. I've been teaching for over the past 10 years, and more recently, in the past several years, I started creating digital resources specifically for music teachers for both in-class and online learning. Well, let's dive into tip number 1. Tip number 1 has to do with 3-minute theory. If you've never heard of it, I want to invite you to click on the link below in the description of this video where you can watch a video that explains 3-minute theory in more detail. But 3-minute theory, just as a quick synopsis of the program, it's an interactive music theory video-based program. And the great thing about 3-minute theory is there's no logins involved. Now, I don't know if you've ever used Noteflight or Flat.io or Smart Music, but sometimes those logins, especially for students, can be confusing and they don't remember the login password and it gets complicated. Well, I wanted to avoid that with 3-minute theory, and this is where it gets easier. So right off the bat, if you use 3-minute theory, you can easily post these links to your educational platform, whether that be Google Classroom or some other educational platform that you're using. So I want to show you real quick. Right now, I'm in a sample Google Classroom here, but I want you to take a look at 3-minute theory. Now, I have this muted right now, but this is exactly what you would see if you click on one of the chapters from 3-minute theory. It's an interactive video, and as I click play, it immediately begins with 3 review questions. And these 3 review questions, a student would basically see this in their browser, and they can immediately click on the correct answer. Now, notice this question is, which symbol is a quarter rest? Now, let's say if they clicked on an incorrect answer here, that would immediately trigger a video that explains why that answer is incorrect. So this is a really, really great tool, especially for online learning. And the great thing about it is I've been posting this as an assignment on Google Classroom. But 3-minute theory also comes with Google Forms for each chapter. So for example, right now, this is chapter 2, that's an assignment, and a student would see this, and they can click on this Google form, and this Google form, all of these questions correspond with the 3 review questions from 3-minute theory. And as you can see here, this is the end of that video that was explaining why that answer was incorrect. And now if I click on the correct answer, it's going to explain, see that it's correct. Now again, this video that you're watching right now is muted here on my screen, so you can't hear the audio. But this is easy for students to follow along, and it's easy for you because again, you have these Google Forms which automatically grade the student responses. So this is a really, really great tool. It makes it a lot easier. Again, that's called 3-minute theory. Now let's talk about the second tip to make online teaching a little bit easier. And for the second tip, I'm so excited because I haven't seen a video on this anywhere. I haven't seen anyone talking about this, and I think this is so powerful for music teachers. Now, specifically, this works with Zoom. If your school or school district happens to be using Zoom for online teaching, this is really, really great. And specifically, what I'm talking about is the ability to share your screen. And you might be thinking, well, I can share my screen in Google Meet, or I've already shared my screen in Zoom, but specifically what I'm talking about is sharing your screen to a tablet or smartphone. And let me show you how this works. So I'm going to show you from Zoom here, and I'm going to drag my screen here so you can see myself here. Now on the bottom here, where it says share screen, check this out. When you click this, and this is specifically for Zoom, I can click right here where it says iPhone/iPod and click share, and notice what happens here. Now you kind of can't see this here. Let me see if I can shrink this down. All right, well, right now I am sharing my screen from my iPad. And what's so powerful about this is I am sharing this in Zoom, right? I selected iPhone/iPad, I think was the setting there. And I am sharing this. Now, specifically, I have my iPad plugged in to my computer right now. And I am using the app called Notability. And now you can use this with Fourscore, for example. I know is a popular sheet music app. But the thing that I love about Notability is you see you have all these different options that are easily accessible. Specifically is you have this laser pointer here, which is really, it just comes in handy. It's just really, really great for highlighting things. And I'm in a piece of music here where I can, and I was just doing this today with one of my classes, where I can just highlight something and ask them a question about it. How many beats do these notes get? And it is a really, really powerful tool for online teaching. I don't know if you've tried, I know that they have document cameras for some of our teachers, but this is so great because you can basically open any PDF right here in Notability, and I can share this and teach and mirror this instantly to my students. And this is a great, great, powerful way to learn. Again, it's by sharing your screen in Zoom. Now, if you're wondering, hey, Matt, this looks great, but can I use this in Google Meet? Now, as far as I can tell, unfortunately, you can't. You can't use this in Google Meet. Google Meet only allows you to share your entire screen or one of the tabs in Google Meet. And I'm saying that from experience because I was previously using Google Meet quite a bit, and I wanted the ability to share sheet music with my students so they can see it and so that I could teach from it. So if you happen to be using Zoom with your school district, I mean, this is going to be tough to beat. This is really, really just so powerful. So again, that's by sharing your screen in Zoom. And finally, let's go to our last final tip. And for our final tip, this is specifically for choir directors. So if you're a choir director watching this, you might want to check this out. So if you take a look here in this sample Google Classroom, I have a sight singing assignment. Now, if you've never used 70-second solfege, 70-second solfege is a video-based sight reading program. And what's different about it compared to other sight reading programs out there is it guides the students in rehearsing the sight singing before they perform it. Specifically, it gives 70 seconds of silent audiation where students can rehearse that sight singing before they perform it. And what I've been doing is I've been assigning 70-second solfege examples directly in Google Classroom. And now 70-second solfege, it comes with these 30 different video examples that you can download and upload to your Google Drive. And then I can post these as assignments directly in Google Classroom. It's so easy, and it even comes with a reproducible grading rubric. So what I've been doing is I assign this to my students. They follow along the specific 70-second solfege example, and then they record themselves. And in this assignment, as you can see here, it says record yourself, audio or video, singing along to example 1 here, and then use the attached rubric, this PDF, to grade yourself. And I love this self-assessment, especially for online learning, because it's not easy especially for vocalists to sing by themselves. So 70-second solfege has accompaniment that plays along with the students, so they can record themselves and then upload the videos of them or audio of themselves performing that specific sight reading example. So let's recap. We have tip number 1, which is 3-Minute Theory, that interactive video-based music theory platform. And it is so great because, again, there's no logins, and teachers can instantly share these links to their students over at whatever educational platform you might be using, whether that's Google Classroom or Canvas or Schoology. So many different possibilities, and you avoid the headaches of logins. And these are great concise 3-minute lessons where students learn the lessons and then they have the review questions with Google Forms. It's just a fantastic program. And then also the second tip is, if you happen to be using Zoom, share your phone or tablet screen using that share feature in Zoom. And again, if you happen to have, and I forgot to mention, if you happen to have an Apple Pencil or maybe another stylus, depending if you have another tablet, this really makes it easier. But do you need the Apple Pencil? No, but just as a little plug here, I can't tell you how amazing that in particular the Apple Pencil is. It really does feel like you're directly writing instantly. There's no lag to it. So if you happen to have an iPad hanging around, You can find a used Apple Pencil for I think around probably like $80 or so on eBay. So check that out. And then finally, our third tip is 70-second solfege. And you can instantly assign 70-second solfege directly in your educational platform. It comes with those 30 different video examples that you can download, upload to your educational, whatever educational site you might be using. And it also comes with that rubric, that PDF where students can grade themselves. And they can basically grade their progress throughout the program, which is really, really great. So I hope these 3 tips were helpful to you. And if you have any questions or any other ideas, feel free to comment below. I would love to kind of update my progress in online teaching, and any other tools or ideas that I get, I would love to share with you all. But again, check out those links below to 3-Minute Theory. And also, I have a bunch of free free tools for music teachers. If you've never been to my website, you might want to check that out. We have Google Forms and so many different things that you can download simply for free. So again, check out those links below in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching.